In 2 weeks, I actually made 300,000 naira just doing a simple task, something that is not difficult, something that you can do. It is not difficult, and I did not subscribe to anything to make this amount of money. Everything I used in executing this task was actually free with just my phone and ChatGPT. In 2 weeks, I earned myself a whopping 300k. That's amazing, right? If you really want to know what I actually did to earn this amount of money, stay right here with me, because I'm going to walk you through step by step of everything I did to actually earn myself this amount of money in just 2 weeks. If that is actually what you want to hear, please don't skip any part of this video, because you're going to find each clip very important and very helpful, and I'm not going to take your time. Yes, welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia. On this channel, I talk about how to make money from the comfort of your home, as a stay-at-home mom, as a student, or someone who is actually looking for a passive income. This channel, because it's very important to me. And turn on the notification bell, so when I drop a very important or helpful video like this, you'll get notified for it. Now let's get straight into it. What did I do to earn this amount of money? What's that simple task I did to earn this amount of money? It was just writing storybooks. Yes, I wrote storybooks for publishers, and I got paid in 2 weeks with just this amount of money. Hey, before you think I am not a writer, I cannot write. Even me too, I'm not a writer. Yes, I'm not a writer. So since number one thing you have to do is to go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to write 20 interesting and engaging story ideas for you, for story ideas for pupils in primary or nursery schools in Nigeria. Something that has to talk about moral, something that has to talk about education, something that has to talk about discipline. You get? So after generating the ideas for you, the next thing you have to do is to copy it and paste it on your Google Docs or any notes you're using, so that you will not so that you can be able to compile it in one place. Yes, copying it to your Google Docs, the next thing you want to do is to go through the stories and pick the ones that have you are interested in, because some of them will not make sense. Even if you're reading it as a parent, it will not make sense. So you read through the stories and pick the one that you are interested in. Then you copy that particular story and go to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, okay, you've generated these stories for me. Now I want you to help me, and I want you to help me to develop this into a full story for a child. That particular story, you should know the kind of class that will read that. If it's something that is from nursery section, nursery 1, you tell ChatGPT, develop this summary or story idea into a full story that a child in nursery 1 in Nigeria will be able to read and understand in a very simple English. Very simple and correct. Please, emphasis on correct English, because sometimes ChatGPT used to copy nonsense. When ChatGPT have finished narrating it, you tell ChatGPT how many chapters you want. Please, mind you, children in nursery section should not read more than 5 chapters of book. Please, at least 5 is okay for them. Except maybe nursery 2. Yes, nursery 2, maybe they are taught them they can be dealing with 6 chapters of book. Why am I saying this? I've been a teacher for over 13 years, so I actually know what I am saying. So when you copy the story, when ChatGPT have already finished generating the stories for you, the next thing you want to do is to copy it to your file or your notes or your Google Docs, whatever app you're using to edit, your editing app. Go there, read through the story and rewrite it in your own tone. Please don't just copy and paste. Rewrite it in your own tone. Something that's even you, if you're a parent or a publisher, you can grab this immediately. Rewrite it in your own tone. Doing that, you do that for all the stories. It depends on how many stories you want to write. When you finish, the next thing you want to do is to go back to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT, okay, this story, you copy the story, the particular story, back to ChatGPT. Now, what you want to do next is to start again with each of the story. Please pick each chapter, or you pick each story. Go to ChatGPT. This story that you've written for me, kindly help me with activities that can go with this, meaningful activities or engaging activities that will go with this. Then ChatGPT will generate the activities for you. You have to tell ChatGPT how many questions you want. Yes, please mind you, children in nursery section should not be more than me. What I did in my own storybooks was to actually add activities and also puzzles, like scramble words or rearranging the words. Yes, so I did 3 activities for the main homework, then 3 questions for the scrambling or the word puzzle. You understand? So when you finish doing this, you copy it back to your Google Docs. Go back there again and edit the questions. Please edit the questions to your own tune. Then when you finish, the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and also tell ChatGPT, kindly help me to generate images or pictures that will go with this chapter. It must be colorful. It must be colorful, and it must be an important scene of this chapter. You understand? So when ChatGPT has finished generating the pictures for you, you paste them also where they are supposed to be, because you've gone through the books already. You paste them where they're supposed to be. So the next thing you want to do again is to go and write your summary. You can tell ChatGPT to write the summary for you, or you can write the summary by yourself. Since you have read the book, you already know what is there. You can write the summary by yourself, or you can tell ChatGPT to write it for you. Then you also twerk it, or you also rewrite it in your own tune. So when you finish, that's the last part. When you finish, if you want to design your book, you can tell ChatGPT to generate you covers for this book. But I tell you, it's waste of time, because publishers do want to generate the covers themselves. I did my own cover, but my publisher did not collect my cover, so it was of no use. So what I'm going to tell you is, if you want, you can generate the covers. If you want, you can leave it like that. Your own is just to give them the copy, and if they are okay with it, they will buy from you. So after writing the story, the next thing you're going to do, you ask, how do I get someone who will buy? Look around in your area, look for publishers, go to printing presses. Then they have contact of publishers. Let them help you with publishers contact. If you don't, ChatGPT can also give you. Or you look for your child's textbook. If you have a child, look for your child's textbook, copy the contact of the publishers there, make a call to them, or send them an email. In short, I love calling. Calling gives me the best action. So when one picks interest in your book, before you know, you submit the books to them. They will ask you to bring the book. You give them. They will tell you to give them some time to go through it. And when they finish going through your book, voila, darling, your book, you already have your money in your pocket. And I sold each of my storybook 30,000 naira. Someone told me it was cheap. I said, but it's what it is. Just 2 weeks, and I did not spend any much thing doing that. So that was how I made 300,000 naira in just 2 weeks. Just doing this thing I've narrated to you now. Come this far with me. I want to appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. But please kindly share, kindly like, comment, and share this video so that it can reach to someone who actually might be interested in this video. And it also helps, it also tells algorithm that this video is valuable, and it will keep on pushing it to people who want to see it. Until I come your way again, my name is Cynthia. I love you. Bye.